The central government is planning to formalize work from home or give it a legal backing, a move that will bring cheers to millions of workers who've been forced to work from home after the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic last year. Hi, I am Yogima Seth Sharma from the Economic Times, and in this video, I am going to explain you the options available before the government and how do they plan to go about it. The Union Labour Ministry has already started discussions on giving a legal backing to work from home, which is now the new form of work going forward. Under this, it plans to fix the liability of the employers and the responsibility of the employees working from home. While employers may be asked to compensate the employees for additional infrastructure cost of electricity, and Wi-Fi cost for employees who are working from home, the employees may get to work for fixed hours, which means the employers will no longer be able to call up the employee for work-related issues after the work hours. The government had in January this year issued standing orders for the services sector, which allowed them or give them a legal status to work from home. However, the companies in the services sector said this is not much of a benefit for them, as most of the firms in the IT and IT-enabled sector are already giving the option of work from home to employees in certain circumstances, including extended maternity leave or medical emergencies. The options before the Indian government to bring about this legislation for sectors like manufacturing and others is either to bring in a fresh law or tweak the rules under the existing labor codes, which will come into force sometime later next year. And the third and the quickest would be to issue standing orders like they did for the services sector to allow work from home in other sectors as well. The International Labour Organization, ILO, had in the past issued guidelines for all nations on working from home in response to the outbreak of COVID-19. Under this, it had proposed that the employer should be liable to pay for all the expenses of work from home by the employee, while the employee should seek prior approval from the employer for making any expenses under work from home. Even the Employers Federation of India has backed the idea of making work from home a permanent option going forward.
In line with the global policy changes, work from home has proven to be beneficial for both employers and employees. Where employers are now able to attract talent globally without the boundaries of visa and time zones, on the other hand, the employees are benefiting from balancing their work life better. The work from home flexibility has also allowed employers to create better retention mechanisms. The flexibility has noticeably increased the women workforce participation, as we already witnessed during the pandemic that close to 6% women entered workforce in 2021, as per ISF 21 report that was released earlier. Amidst very high demand, this is encouraging that more women are able to take up their second career or join after a break or even find opportunities in the tier 1, tier 2 cities without having to change their hometowns. Work from home, though, comes with its own challenges currently as well, and that's where a policy framework will come very helpful to set clear expectation parameters for both parties.
The move could bring in a lot of opportunities for female workers who have often opted out of work because of their family responsibilities.